Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Old Guy Games, and welcome to Icbm. Now, that's not a proclamation that you've spotted some poop. That is Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. A beautiful little retro game. It says copyright 1990, Republic Software. Obviously not 1990, but it is a great, great game. I did press it. There we go. I am going to start a new game. This is a thrill-a-minute simulator where you are in charge at your desk of launching nuclear missiles. You play as a U.S. citizen. You're playing, obviously, against the Soviet Union. So let's just jump in and I'll show you. Okay, if we begin a new game, yes, I do want to start a new game. I love that explosion transition. Ready? July 16th, 1945. Trinity site in beautiful New Mexico. I've been there. It is a beautiful area. Okay. No. The familiar mushroom cloud. Terrifying and beautiful somehow, this footage. I have been to this test site. Obviously, it's still pretty radioactive in parts, so you can't go into where they actually exploded the ordnance. I have also been to Nagasaki, and I have... So begins the competition for the nuclear war between these great United States of America and the Soviet Union. Welcome to the Cold War. Fast forward a few decades. And we begin with episode 1, the premiere loves surprises. Now, I was saying, I've been to Nagasaki, I've seen the devastation by the bombs, and it really is truly terrifying and humbling. Nuclear proliferation is necessary, I believe, but truly terrifying stuff. So if we ever do get in a nuclear war, nowadays it looks like Middle East is probably our biggest target / worry. Not so much the USSR anymore, since the USSR isn't really around anymore. But yeah, if there ever is a nuclear strike, I'm going to go out on the porch and watch the missiles come in. I don't want to live in the aftermath. But anyway, let's begin episode 1. The premiere loves surprises. Let's see here. We have beginner, novice, medium, hard. You know what? Screw it. Let's go DEFCON 1, multipolar. Caveat aggressor. So here's our instructions. Now, amazingly, I did have a relative that worked for the U.S. Space Command, and she worked with satellites that would monitor the poles, because the North Pole, it's much easier to shoot a missile over the North Pole and get it between the United States and what was the Soviet Union. I don't know much more than that. Than I know she worked in Cheyenne Mountain, which is that big base that's literally built. Yeah, they carved out the bottom of the mountain. Yeah, well, let's see what we got to do for the game here. Greetings, First Lieutenant Evans, and welcome to the Strategic Air Command's 20th Air Force and to the 68th Strategic Missile Squadron of the 44th Missile Wing. stationed here at Ellsworth Air Force Base, just north of sunny Rapid City, South Dakota. That's another thing. If you get to check out one of the decommissioned missile silos, they are amazing places. Turned into homes now, some of them. Your squadron is proudly responsible for 50 underground silos known as missile launch facilities and the LGM-30G Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missiles, armed with W-78 thermonuclear warheads they contain. The MLFs are organized into groups of 10 called flights, and each flight is operated by a subterranean launch control center, which is where we are, where 2 alert and ready nuclear and missile operations officers, missileers, such as yourself, are on duty 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. As our newest Deputy Missile Combat Crew Commander, DMCCC, your mission is now nothing less than the guaranteed and absolute safety of Colombia and her allies from their enemies. You don't hear the U.S. called Colombia much anymore, mainly because there's also Colombia, and they want to avoid that confusion. You have been assigned to the Romeo Flight Missile Combat Crew in LCC Romeo 1, in charge of MLFs Romeo 2 through Romeo 11. Your LCC reports directly to LCC November-1, the alternate command post ACP for the 44th Missile Wing. First Lieutenant Derek Evans, congratulations on this prestigious assignment and good luck. DMCCC First Lieutenant Evans. The fate of the free world quite literally rests in your hands. Sincerely, Colonel Miguel A. Dros III, Director of Operations, Ellsworth Air Force Base, South Dakota. Now, this is set in, I believe, 1980-something. And the names and the stuff is actually completely accurate. It's scarily accurate. The past 4 decades have changed our world dramatically. Today, both the United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics have enough thermonuclear firepower to destroy the Earth dozens of times over. And yes, for a while there, toward the end, the Soviet Union actually outdid us in nuclear missile counts. So let's move on. Unchecked military spending and inefficient planned manufacturing and collectivized agriculture have been heavy burdens for the Soviet economy to bear. The USSR's last source of revenue is petroleum. And, of course, in 1980 we have the end of the energy crisis because they discovered oil in the Middle East. And boom. But the energy crises are over, and the world floats on a glut of cheap Saudi oil. Boy, did that change. A bloated, corrupt government, misguided command economics, and now crashing oil prices have brought the Soviet economy to its knees. The Kremlin is desperate. And when a cornered animal has nothing to lose, that is when it is most dangerous. And I don't know if you remember the Korean airliner being shot down by the Soviet Union in 1979 or 1980, one of the two. Yeah, huge. It was bound for New York, and it was a big, scary thing. 3 days ago, on November 2nd, at the November 2nd of the Supreme Headquarters of Allied Powers Europe, or SHAPE, in Castel, Belgium, the Able Archer 83 war game began. The Able Archer program is an annual command post exercise held by the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, designed to test NATO's command, control, and communications wartime procedures. It is merely a simulation. Now, I'm actually familiar with this, too. Thank you, Aunt Sandy. But the Reds don't believe that. Intelligence suggests that the Soviets are convinced America is planning to launch a live nuclear attack under the cover of the Able Archer Games and have placed their entire nuclear force on high alert. Naturally, now we must do the same. This is no exercise. Remain ever vigilant. DMCCC Evans, the order to engage in nuclear war could come at any minute. Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Bigham. And Each episode of ICBM is a simulation of one 8-hour shift during a 24-hour tour of duty known as Alert, 60 feet underground in an active launch control center. In reality, due to hazardous conditions surrounding the remote facilities, alerts can last for days as you wait for your replacements to arrive and relieve you. In ICBM, you will be performing the exact same duties as a real-life missileer, or at least as close as modern technology will allow, of course, manning one of the United States Air Force's Jupiter nuclear launch consoles. While you are on alert, you report directly to the President of the United States of America. Again, all of this is amazingly true and accurate, or at least as accurate as they can be. ICBM is greatly enhanced by the use of a mouse with at least 2 buttons, and I think I've got at least 2 on mine, if not 38. The mouse button 2, aka right click, function interact, affords manipulation of your environment. Mouse button 1, aka left click, function inspect, affords an investigation of your environment. Okay. Designed to be the ultimate in realism, 1 second in real life represents 2.5 minutes of in-game time. At any time during play, including now, press the spacebar to pause the game and summon a command summary. Quick reference card. Let's take a look. Left click, next page, previous page. About save screenshot, restart game, quick to DOS. Good to know. Okay. You now know everything you need to begin standby for further orders. Good luck, Major Michael D. Davis II, of course. So here we are. Yes, we are in at 8 o'clock or 0800 hours. Shift out at 1600 hours or 4 o'clock for those of you that use 12-hour time. I like 24-hour time. I wish we used it more often. Okay, November the 5th, 1983. Okay, that's my commander right there. And that's me. The facilities manager, flight security controller. Okay, so what else have we got here? This is your new Mussolier's orientation packet, a manila envelope containing welcome ladder. Okay, so that's what we just looked through. Alright, what have we got over here? CRT monitor displays missile analysis and launch status. Readouts, okay. This one, keypad allows you to DoD order codes that require verification. This is our DEFCON, and it ranges from 1. The bright white light illuminates when NORAD's defense readiness condition is at level 1, DEFCON 1. Codename Cocked Pistol. It is the maximum state of battle readiness for when nuclear war is imminent. 2, we have fast pace. Everybody can go in 6 hours. DEFCON 3. Roundhouse, there it is. Air Force to be ready and mobilized within 15 minutes. DEFCON 4, the green light, double take, strengthened security measures, and DEFCON 5, fade out, lowest state of combat readiness. You never saw DEFCON 5 during the Cold War. It was always at least at 4. Just like our terror alert now is never at blue or whatever it is. But all of this stuff, if you've ever seen the movie War Games, that war room was inside Cheyenne Mountain. I have been in that actual war room. That's where my Aunt Sandy worked, in that facility. And they really did have the readouts and everything. War Games kind of got it right. Here we have our atlas, including a flashing state where Moscow is. And I think, just looking at this thing, it's set up like a risk board, I think, because you have the blue for Europe, the orange for Africa, the red down here, the yellow here. And you'll notice even Australia is split into 2 pieces like it is on a risk board. So let's take a look. CRT monitors to the Theater of Operations Atlas. Okay. This is 16-segment vacuum fluorescent display, shows menus, options, and editable values of the missile EEPROM BIOS. Okay, so that's our missile computer. This is how we actually get instructions into the missiles here. There we are. Telephone handset. Pick it up, answers any incoming call. We have the rotating dial for an outgoing call. I hope that's been updated since. And here we have this is to pick up and to hang up and other phone commands. We have our clock, which I'm running out of time here. Our date. This is where we're aimed. Targeting computer screen is currently displaying the region surrounding Smolnen. Fuck it. So there's our opening mission. It's just kind of a get to know things, I guess. Nothing really happened. So let's move on to episode 2, a nice game of chess. Again, I'm just going to leave it at DEFCON 1. Why not? We'll be ready to go. Okay, so where are we in today? Nivenskoye. And I apologize for my Russian. Nivenskoye Yezhou interceptor aircraft base in the Kaliningrad Oblast of the Soviet Union, home to the 288th Independent Helicopter Regiment, and there are dozens of Mi-8 and Mi-24K rotorcraft. Fascinating helicopters. Okay, so we are in at midnight. We're out at 8 a.m. That's all good. What day is it? 11/6. Okay, so this is the next day. Let's continue getting ready. What is all this down here? Regularly scheduled tasks and instructions for various common procedures have been printed onto a large sheet of stiff card, which has been laminated and glued to the desk. I'm trying to remain alert because I know, something could happen at any moment. What are these over here? All the gauges and meters in the systems monitoring panel are displaying satisfactory. Okay, so this is our systems monitoring panel. Okay. What's this guy? This panel has diagnostic mode selection, dial, and the toggle switches which engage the various systems function tests. Alrighty. My coffee. Someone dropped and broke your favorite mug, the blue one, so tonight you have to settle for this one instead. The logo for the United States Army Corps of Engineers printed on it. Alrighty. What's this? Inserting your missile launch key into this unassuming keyhole and turning it 90 degrees clockwise on command simultaneously with 3 other on-alert missileers is the final step necessary to commit an intercontinental ballistic missile. This is the big button. It's actually a key turn and it has to be done by 3 people simultaneously. There is no farting around with that. Let's have some coffee. Oh, the coffee was already pretty stale when you brought it down here. Now it's ice. Okay. Push some buttons. No. Okay. Make a call. I received orders from you. Okay. How about diagnostics? No. Okay. Alrighty. Securely fashioned. What about... Okay, it is... Yeah, I know. How about... if we... Okay. BIOS values remain the same. Okay. Combined tempered glass cannot be reached. Okay. No kidding. Let's see here. 0800. I'm 2 hours away. DEFCON 1. Ready to go. Ready to go. What's up here? Inside this, there's 2 bundles of wires. Power cables that feed into the Okay. A loose cable. Uh-oh. A loose cable. Can we tighten it? It's probably don't have any business. Okay. Alright, fine. It's been glued to the desk. Great. It's already 7:30. I'm done at 8. Nothing. Yeah, nothing going on here. Okay, alright, fine. That's the big floppies, by the way. Oh, okay. Shift is over. Alright. Well, we made it through that one. That was amazing. Let's go for our economy depends on this. Okay. Again, I'm just sticking at DEFCON 1 here. Here we go. One of these days I'm going to be able to read that little sign that gets out of the way. Because I can't. Okay, right, ready, insert floppy to continue. Okay. Okay, alright, fair enough. We'll just let that be. 8:25. In at 8, out at 4. Okay. Code verify. That's all good. Okay. Can't mess with that. Can't mess with that. Can I call my wife? You have not dialed any numbers with the rotary, so this button is currently functioning. Fine. The cap is snapped, so say there's enough gap between this and housing. Have I received order? Okay, alright, fine. Can I play some risk? Oh, okay, no, can't. What are we aimed at? The Andreapol Air Base in the Tver Oblast of the Soviet Union, home of the 28th Guards Fighter Aviation Regiment of the Leningrad Order of Kutuzov, and there are dozens of MiG-23P and MiG-29 aircraft. Okay, so that's probably the air base. We have some civilian. That's civilians. That would suck. November 7th, 1983. Cycles the currently active line. Good to know. What's this one do? Places the current call on hold. After you've dialed the correct amount of digits with the rotary dial, pressing this hard plastic push button places the call. And that hangs up the call on the currently active line. Flip switch commences one of the various sums of function tasks. Okay. Selects okay, that's the diagnostics. Okay. And I mean, this really breaks it down to the membrane switch allows you to select the adjacent row's BIOS bio. Yeah. These membrane switches allow you to navigate. Currently selected value to increase, decrease, etc. What about you? Decreases the currently selected value. Okay, so good to know. So we've got increase and decrease. We put our floppy in here. Moscow is still flashing. That's a little unnerving. 1600, and it's already 2:40 in the afternoon. What do we do over here? Keep it okay. Alright. Well, this doesn't look glued to the desk. Was it a print out of the shift schedule for the... So that's... Okay. Alrighty, and it's 15:30 and we're done at 1600. This has been episode 3. Really, I was hoping we'd get some gameplay in, maybe at least run some tests or something, but... Okay. Episode 4, the only winning move. Let's go. DEFCON 1. Yeah, we're just gonna start our mission here. Not even any coffee. What are we doing here? Shift in at midnight, shift out at 8 a.m. My clock is busted. Large 7-segment vacuum fluorescent display should be showing the current time, but its circuit board burned out yesterday. And the replacement shift won't show. The replacement unit won't be here till tomorrow. Okay, when the clock is working properly, the time is set automatically by the workstation's electronics. The clock display is screwed in place and cannot be removed. Really? I can't even... Okay. The date is set automatically. Calendars. We've already found all the secret messages. Okay. Yes, hitting keys on your keyboard will show 4 secret messages in all. Accidentally hit a button and ended up finding all 4. I don't have any lines of communication active right now. Yeah, rotary dial. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, what is this? Initiation good. Push to plus to start. Plus. Damn it. I just want to push a button. Want to push a button. Want to push a button. I wonder what time it is. wonder if I could stop tapping. This is your right hand. It's the same one you've had your whole life. Good to know. Can I... Oh, okay. Regulations require the sleeves of your flight suit to be rolled all the way down. Okay. Oh, what are we aiming at today? The targeting computer screen is currently displaying the region surrounding Gubinka Air Force Base in the Moscow Oblast of the Soviet Union, home to the 9th Fighter Aviation Division and the 378th Independent Composite Aviation Squadron and their dozens of Mikoyan and Sukhoi aircraft. Oh god, the Sukhoi. That is a kick-ass aircraft. It's, the modern iteration is well known for being able to fly along and then it pulls up sharply, but it can direct its thrust. So as it pulls up sharply, it goes vertical but remains moving horizontal, and it can nearly come to a complete stop. And then it vectors thrust to dip the nose quickly and get back up to speed in no time. It was a maneuver that was beautiful when doing dogfighting or doing any kind of fighting in the sky. It can jerk back and come to a near complete stop. The U.S. jets fly right. Oh, hey, we're done. God, that was good. Okay, episode 5. The Trial of the Madman. Yes. DEFCON 1 it is. Our final mission, everybody. As a miscellaneous. Okay, so we have a working clock. It is November 11th, 1983. We're coming up on the end of Reagan's first term. By November 11th, 1983, he had already won the re-election for 1984 through 1988. This, of course, predates even Bush the Senior with thrust. 94,991 kilopascals. Fuel, 31,880 kilograms. OP temp, okay. Fly time, about 20 minutes to cross the world and destroy lives. What am I looking at? Targeting computer screen is currently displaying the region surrounding Moscow. Alright, we're not farting around this time. That's all civilian. Red square. 20, okay. So we're working from 4 to midnight. Okay. Okay. 11/11/1983. Trying to remember what I was doing at that time. I know I was traveling quite a bit. We were flying balloons by that time because I think Mom started flying actually in 1980. So yeah, we were probably about a year into Mom's professional career competing, but at this time I think she was mainly being what's called an observer, which is like a balloon referee. This is my last mission. I've got, okay, so some people are using the phone. We know stuff is going on. So who knows? But anyway, Mom was well into her hot air ballooning career, and but she was being an observer, which is like a referee for balloon competitions. She would ride with pilots and crews and make sure that they did everything by the book. And I was crewing. How old was I? 8. I was 8 at this point. Good God, that was 32 years ago. I'm old. I am old. But really, it's 22:40. We're done at midnight. Or it says, okay, this bothers me. It says 2400. It really should say shift out at 000 hours, because 2400 is the same as 000 or midnight, and we're almost done. And this was a realistic simulator, that's for sure. And I'm actually kind of glad that it worked out this way in real life. We're done. Oh. All right. Give you a little view of what life was like at the
White
time.
meat and a dark brown sauce.
It's morning again in America. Today, more men and women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. With interest rates at about half the record highs of 1980, nearly 2,000 families today will buy new homes, more than at any time in the past 4 years. This afternoon, 6,500 young men and women will be married. And with inflation at less than half of what it was just 4 years ago, they can look forward with confidence to the future. It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
Is a leader in office technology, word processing, data processing, and now with our new electronic mail system, you can send all kinds of information from one part of the world to another. So New York can be around the corner from Paris, London from Tokyo, and San Francisco next to Rome. WAN, making the world more productive by bringing it closer together.
1983, everybody.
And now a KEZI Eyewitness News Brief.
Good evening. Iran has a new proposition, but it's doubtful anyone will think it's better than the old one. More hostage pictures today by satellite from Iran. And the Weyerhaeuser company says although the economy is down, its corporate health is good. Now this.
Hi, I'm Vidal Sassoon. Watch Your New Day Monday through Friday right here on this station.
It's your new day with Vidal. Vidal Sassoon.
Really?
In sports, the Beavers advance in the Far West Classic, and there are bowl games galore to talk about. Tracy Ray will be here to do the talking, and I'll be here with the news 27 minutes from now.
Your teleprompter isn't working.
KEZI TV, Eugene.
Oregon. All righty. Thanks for being with me, guys. We got our 15 stars. Those have now been converted into houses, many of them. And I want one. I'd love to have an old Mrs. Silo as a house. That would rock. All right, I guess I'll see you on the next episode of Old Guy Games. Hey, just wanted to show you guys this. In the options menu, you can change your cursor. And there's number 4. I like these programmers.